Hi and welcome to the Craft Station. I'm Lisa behind the camera and this is how easily I turn this mess into this.
Oh boy!
For a while now I've been looking for something to fit under my desk out of the way. Big enough to store all my crafting bits and bobs, as well as giving me legroom while I'm crafting. A lot of units I've seen are either too tall or too wide, but I think this drawer trolley, which is from Hobbycraft, is right in the Goldilocks zone, for want of a better word, and for the price it is fab. Just so you know, I'm not affiliated anyway or being sponsored by Hobbycraft. This is just my opinion that I wanted to share with you. So let's get on with the review. We'll start off with delivery, which I give 4 out of 5. The box arrived undamaged, as you can see. Everything was intact, nothing broken. But what let the delivery down was the website actually stated it would be delivered within 3 working days. It was actually delivered within 5, so still average, I guess, with COVID still rearing its ugly head. But all the same, it was still like 2 days over what the website specifies. The other thing was that they didn't follow instructions. I'd left an instruction, as I knew I wasn't going to be home, to leave it in a secure front porch. Thankfully they left with a neighbour though, so no harm done. So that's my opinion on the delivery. Assembly I give 5 out of 5. It was so easy to build. Everything you needed was in the box, which is fantastic, and obviously a bonus, nothing was missing. The instructions are really basic, they're just photos, but they clearly show how it's put together. In total it took me about an hour, as Charlie Dog kept coming along and having a good sniff and interfering. Plus, one thing worth noting is make sure you have the ends in the right place before you tighten it up, because this numpty had the opposite to the centerpiece. Yeah, hold my hands up. So it probably would only take half an hour without any mishaps. The main screws that hold the frame together, they're tightened with an Allen key, which again is provided. It's not the best, but it does the job as long as you're careful. What I did when I was putting it together was I went through and just tightened these screws with my fingers until it was all together and I knew how it was going to look, and then obviously went around with the Allen key to make sure all the screws were secure. Lastly, it's just a matter of attaching the handles to the drawers. There are 9 in total, 6 shallow and 3 deep, and voila, there we go, it's all finished. All I need to do now is to decide whether I want to put the casters on or not, because I'm not sure if it's going to fit under my desk with them on, so I'll be checking that out shortly. Okay, so here we are. It's all full of all my junk, or at least as much of it as possible. So sturdiness wise, it's not too bad. It's got quite a good movement on it. It's probably a bit heavier than it should be because I have put in quite a lot of my stuff, so as I've got room under my desk. But yes, I'm quite pleased with it. It doesn't matter too much about the wobble, because once it's under my desk it probably won't be coming out very often anyway, except obviously if I need anything. Having said that, I'm used to being down on my knees rummaging around for stuff on the floor anyway when everything was in boxes, so it's not going to make too much of a difference. It just looks a hell of a lot tidier. Okay, moving on. Lastly, so how much did it fit in? As you saw from the photographs, I did have quite a lot of stuff in boxes, and as you can see, the bulk of it has actually fitted in. So here I have all my paint, acrylic paints and glues and some other bits and pieces. And this one is part of most of all me bits already made up for the gnomes. And then in the top is all my sewing bits and pieces. I've even actually managed to fit in my little, I don't know if you can see there, my little sewing machine and everything else in there. So those are in the deep drawers. And then in the bottom I've got all the wooden and other bits and pieces in the bottom. The next drawer up is all the paper and card. Spare drawer at the moment, it's just got some bits and pieces in, some screws from if I make pots again, and a pile of stencils. Some more bits that will lie flat for the gnome making, and then a couple of drawers with all my diamond art stash. I was hoping for my big box with my socks that I keep, my chunky socks for my sock gnomes. I was hoping that would fit on the top. It does fit, but unfortunately it's not narrow enough to fit underneath the desk. Hence why I have all my diamond art, me case and the light board, and obviously my large piece that I'm working on at the moment. So I'll just pop it back under the desk, and you can see it from there. And there you have it. It's all tucked away under the desk, fits absolutely perfectly, and I've got plenty of leg room. I get my chair and you'll see, slide this under so you can see. Absolutely just perfect. So there we go. So overall, yes, I'd give it 5 out of 5. The only thing that let it down obviously was the delivery, but that's not really the fault of the actual unit itself. Sturdiness, I forgot to give you a score for that. I'd say probably 4 out of 5. It won't take an awful lot of weight. I've probably overloaded it a bit. Like I say, it's not going to be constantly in and out, in and out, in and out, so it'll only ever be taken out. I'll work on something and that'll be on my desk for quite a while. Sturdiness wise, watch this space. I'll see how I get on over the coming weeks and months. For me, it's exactly what I need. It was from Hobbycraft. It come in a choice of 2 colours, the grey, which you can see here, and I think there was white available. They were £44, obviously free delivery, or you can pay if you wanted next day delivery if you needed it urgent. There are others out there ranging from like £40 up to about £80-90. There were others with more drawers, but obviously they were taller and wouldn't do what I needed it to do and fit under the desk. As far as I'm concerned, for me, this is perfect. So I hope you've enjoyed the review and I hope you found it useful. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.